Hi guys, welcome to Healthy Not Hard. I'm Bonnie.
And I'm James.
And today we're going to show you how to make ginger coconut chicken. Ooh. Alright, so here are our ingredients. Alright, so here we have some freshly made breadcrumbs.
And here we have about 1/4 cup of shredded coconut.
We have 1 egg that we've lightly beaten.
And here we have about 1 tablespoon of low-fat coconut milk.
We have a tablespoon of freshly grated ginger.
We have 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika.
And here we have about 1/4 lime that we've zested. And then also here we have 2 chicken breasts, which are kind of like chicken schnitzels that don't have the schnitzel. So it's like uncrumbed chicken schnitzel. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get our 1/2 cup of homemade breadcrumbs. So we've got our 1/2 cup of fresh breadcrumbs, then we're going in with our 1/4 cup of shredded coconut, our 1/2 teaspoon of smoked paprika. Now you want to make sure it's smoked because it's different if it's not, because smoked just brings that extra depth of flavour. 1/4 of zested lime, and then you've got your tablespoon of grated ginger. Now that is not really a dry ingredient, but you know, you can't really mix it in with the egg part because you won't really get the ginger flavour, and after all, this is coconut ginger chicken. So the coconut is a really good healthy fat which helps your brain function and everything like that. And then instead of using just plain white breadcrumbs, we've got some wholemeal sourdough spelt breadcrumbs, and just everything in here is great. Ginger's good for your metabolism and everything like that.
Okay, so now we're going to get started on crumbing the chicken.
So first thing we want to do is just get your egg and tablespoon of coconut, reduced fat. You want to make sure it's reduced fat just because
otherwise it's the same as normal schnitzel.
Okay, and then just pop that into.
So as you can see here, we're not using flour like you would with normal schnitzel, and that's because using flour absorbs a lot of the oil and all the fats that are in the pan.
So first thing, you want to just simply put your chicken into the egg and coconut, and then pop it into the breadcrumb mixture, the coconut breadcrumb mixture. So this will have lots more flavour than just a regular old chicken schnitzel, because it's got all the coconut and it's a lot more healthy too.
I'm going to make sure it's fully coated in our mixture, our breadcrumb mixture.
You don't want to sacrifice any of that flavour. It's just a heart attack there.
Oh, that's okay. I know it's too much to handle. How good this is. My mouth's already watering.
Okay, James, do you want to do the other one?
Sure thing.
So the paprika, you can see, gives it that beautiful red colour. Just gorgeous.
So depending on how many people you're cooking for, you could double this amount or you could halve it if it's just for yourself. But you know, maybe you'd like to eat 2 of these. But they are quite nutritious because of the breadcrumbs. They also add some nutrients, whereas on normal schnitzel, there's no nutrients, except for the chicken.
So because of the coconut, it still obviously has quite a bit of fat, but it's good fat, good for your brain, good for everything. It helps to stop the risk of cancer. It helps with really everything. It's just great. Right, so that's nicely crumbed now, and these crumbs, what we usually do is we usually actually fry them up at the end and kind of top it. Okay, so here we have some about a tablespoon of coconut oil that we've heated up. Now the reason why we're using coconut oil over olive oil or another oil like that is because it's healthier and it has a higher steaming point, so you can heat it at higher temperatures. So we're going to cook that for about 2 minutes per side, and yeah, then we'll come back. Alright, so we're flipping this now, and look at that gorgeous golden colour. Just marvellous. So we'll let that cook for about another 2 to 3 minutes on this side, just so we guaranteed to have it cooked. And yeah.
So for those people out there who like their chicken nice and juicy and stuff in it, this will be the point where you take it off. Whereas for us, we prefer a bit more of the dry chicken, so we'll put it on for a bit longer.
Okay, so here we have our chicken, and it's nice and cooked and browned, and it's just perfect. So we're going to serve it on our plate. Now, with chicken schnitzel, you and I both know that it's very hard to actually make it look pretty. So, just some simple micro herbs on top. Here we just have some micro basil that just gives it kind of a little bit of green. Okay guys, so this is our finished plate. It was super good. Anyway, that's it for today. So please subscribe, like and comment.
And we'll see you next time with Healthy Not Hard.
Bye.